Hi, my name is Ace,
And I'm Jason.
and welcome to the Guitar Show Live podcast in association with SAE. We've been having some real fun. We've been talking to the artists, we've been down in the show, we've been talking to the manufacturers as well, and we've got some great stories and some real fun things to share with you about the whole show, spotting out the community, the whole lot.
Yeah, we got 20 episodes that are going to roll out over the next year, so strap yourselves in.
Hi, it's Ace here for SAE for our podcast today. We are at Cranmore Guitar and Bass Show, and I have the honour of welcoming Tay Grace, the Ibanez bass artist, who's playing here today, but also hanging out. So, how you doing, Tay?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm fab. You know, I've not had a chance to really look round the place. I mean, I literally have like 10 minutes running through and hugged a few people,
Yeah.
like you do. And I'm going to go and buy something later on. But how's it been for you so far? You've just been hanging at the moment. You're playing later. But
Yeah.
what's it been for you so far on the show?
I would say it's one of the things that I do quite like is, you know, how every half an hour we have a bit of quiet time so everyone can kind of talk to each other, but also everyone like after that playing all together. It's still like not too noisy, which is nice. So it's not overwhelming. Being upstairs with the bass guitars and everything. Oh no, my alarm has gone off. My apologies.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Being with all the bass gear, it feels like a kid in a candy shop.
Mhm.
So getting to try things out and all the gear, like all the pedals, but also going downstairs to where the guitarists are. There's also, you know, a few things to nerd out on, which is great.
Mhm.
And I saw that there's like a chance to win like a Marshall amp
Yeah.
downstairs.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of catching my eye. I was like,
Should we see
like,
if we can fix that for you
yeah,
later on? We'll have a word with Marshall. Like,
yeah,
let's just pull the ballots out.
yeah.
So, looking around, seeing all the new gear, really exciting, right? Is this your first time playing a show like this?
Yeah, this is the last time I was at the bass guitar show was when they had it in London when I was just about 17.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, so I was just like a baby then. I still am a baby, but yeah, that was an incredible time just being there and looking around, trying out things. And then when like being here as an artist, it definitely feels like a full circle moment for sure. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity. I mean, getting to play here has been like I'm really excited, but it also feels weird because it's going to be the first time I've played live without my band. So this is
Okay.
like something quite stepping outside of the comfort zone for me.
Okay, the baptism in fire is coming
Yeah.
later on. So, this podcast is kind of powered by SAE, and as you know, SAE and ICMP are now brother and sister,
Yep.
or partners, or whichever way you look at it. So you are actually an ICMP alumni,
Yep.
aren't you? Right. Tell me about you studied there. Tell me about what you studied and how long you were there.
Oh yeah, I studied popular music performance, and that was for a 3-year course, and it was actually really, I would say, it made me find out more about who I am as a musician in the industry. When I started there, all I wanted to do was be a session player, and then as time went on, I think by the time I got into my final year, just before or I guess towards the end of my second year, I realized, oh, I can actually become an artist. I could do an artist route. It was all due to an assessment. So if that assessment didn't happen, I probably wouldn't have thought much about it. But it was definitely something that really pushed me outside of my comfort zone. So I was really grateful to be around such like-minded musicians and find people to play with that like the same kind of music that I do as well.
Amazing. So I saw you all the time when you were there, right?
Yeah.
So I have inside information. So what I did notice when you were there is you took a lot of opportunities, right?
Yep.
So you were playing with loads of different bands in loads of different scenarios. You even ended up teaching on the summer schools, I think, and the
Yeah.
Italian music weekends. So you were a person that was really proactive in your playing, right? But also and getting lots of different vibes of playing different stuff with different
Yeah.
people. But like, kind of like building your network and taking opportunities. So was that an important thing for you? Did it pay off for you while you were there doing that stuff?
I would say so, yeah. One of the things that really was like a big memory for me was when USC came down and we got to work with the students there. And I still keep in touch with some of the students and got to play for them. And I felt like that was a great chance for us to network, network with people from the United States. I never thought that was possible. And it's like, oh, I still get to work with them remotely. And that was due to ICMP, and also getting opportunities to work in, like recording Abbey Road Studios. I never thought that would be possible. So I was really happy about that. And, they had networking nights as well in the Queen's Park campus. So I got to meet students from different courses and work together with them. So it's like, oh, I need a producer. This is a perfect night to meet them. Or, there's also students that do other hobbies like photography. They have that as another bit of work, even though they do like the business course. So we can discuss more about that. I can work with them when I'm doing music videos and things like that. So it just felt like a gigantic creative bubble.
Yeah, its collaboration was
Yeah.
so important, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you take that out of, you've kind of moved on. You're not at the college anymore, but you've still got that network.
Yeah.
That collaboration is so important for musicians. It's a lifeline, isn't it? So the other thing it was, when I was there, I saw you playing lots of different styles, right?
Yeah.
Because I was there at Abbey Road when you did those sessions.
Yeah.
You played lots of different styles with different bands, right, and artists. So is it important to be versed in many different types of styles as a bass player?
I would say so, yeah. I feel like if you are quite versatile, it gives you more opportunities to work with different people and get into different sessions. And it makes me think about how to play certain styles. Because if I go to, so for example, one of the USC students asked me to play on his metal album. And even though I'm not primarily a metal player, I still have experience playing
Was
that
that Aiden?
genre. Yeah.
Yeah. With all the tattoos.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know what his job that he became? He became some weird government analyst
Yeah.
or something.
I remember he was like, "Oh, I'm studying law now." I was like, "Dude, what? That's insane."
Policy and law.
But it was really cool getting to play his music. And when he sent me the score, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" All of this, like, I think it was like maybe 16th at 132 BPM or something. I was like, "Wow, this is so complex." But it's gonna push me to improve even more. So some of the genres I play have that bit of complexity in them. So it's like, oh, this is how I can improve my playing. But also, I know I wouldn't play funk over a metal piece of work, or jazz over samba or something like that.
Or maybe you would.
You could, yeah, finding ways
to
to add it together.
adapt
So
it.
it's like, if I wouldn't, finding ways of not doing it, but also finding ways of like, how can I mesh this together. So because I play a lot of contemporary jazz mixed with neo soul and R&B, and I never thought that was possible. But it's like, how can I make this work in a way?
That's progression of music, isn't it? So the progression of music comes from people like you that learn all different styles and then put those styles, like they talked about Led Zeppelin, loving funk music, for instance. So you'll take styles and you'll adapt them into different genres, which will then progressively push them forwards,
Exactly.
right? Which is really good. And you've brought that on yourself by playing with so many different people and having to learn those kind of things and fit in. It's really good. Tell me a little bit about your band.
Oh, okay, so I lead a 6-piece instrumental contemporary jazz band called Vitality.
Nice.
And they include members such as Vince Kagayong. He was also a student at ICMP. He was on the same course as me, and we've like been playing together since we were 16 years old.
Is he the keyboard player or the guitarist?
No, guitarist, one of our guitarists.
Yes, I know, yeah.
And then we also have Stefan. We have Carlos, who currently works at ICMP, actually, and Leo, who's our keys player, and Lila, who plays sax, and also sometimes plays trumpet as well. So how that came to be was, as I mentioned, I did an assessment where we had to either choose doing a function band route or an artist route. And I didn't want to do function band route, even though I enjoy playing songs, for weddings and things like that. I wanted to really push myself outside of a box and give it a go. And it was just right after seeing Kiefer live at Earth Hackney. And so I was like, okay, let me put together a trio. And it was just me. It was my friends Simba and Fabrizio, and I had to like play them everything all through Logic, and I had stems, and I was so nervous, but they were like, no, this is good. You can actually do something with this. And then right after the assessment, I saw like a week later auditions like gonna happen for the Freshers Showcase, and I thought, let's see if I can make this even bigger with a full band and no like tracking or anything like that. So I called up my friends, and back then we had Thea and David as our guitarists and everyone else, but we auditioned for Freshers and we had such good feedback from people. I thought, I want to keep this going, so such great opportunities have come through from that. We got to play upstairs at Ronnie Scott's,
Nice.
and that was such a big moment for us. I mean, my teachers that taught me music from year 7 up to year 11, they came down and surprised me, and I like almost cried my eyes out. I was like, wow, this is
Amazing.
amazing.
Did they say see me after class?
Yeah.
Like a little red writing afterwards, passed up to the stage.
Oh yeah.
Were you
Get my-
talking about like players as well, right?
Yeah.
Fabrizio's the keyboard player, isn't he? Is it?
So
Who was the keyboard player in Abbey Road with you?
So in Abbey Road we had Aiden. It was Adrian. Yeah, Adrian.
Right. Okay.
So
I'm
he was
getting
on
confused.
vocals and also keys, and he had like a Billy Joel kind of vibe. With what
Yeah,
he was
yeah, I
playing,
remember. There's an ICMP guy, keyboard player, who's off the scale, and I can't remember what his name is now. He was
Yeah.
there at Abbey Road, but I think, but so anyway, I digress into Abbey Road, right? So the band is doing well, right? That's progressing. Your stars are progressing. You're building your network. You've now become an Ibanez artist, which is amazing, right? Because once you become an artist, that's another part of your journey. You get respect. You get into the industry. You know a lot more people, right?
Yeah.
So for you now, what's your kind of next, step, next goal? Not like I'm going to now do a stadium. That's a way off, right? What's your next kind of like progressive step moving on from here?
So I feel like becoming an artist, I feel like that's a really great way to also push a bit more momentum, I guess, for my band, for my work, and just continue building my craft, but also using the opportunity to kind of like meet more people in the industry, and like no matter like what kind of genre they do, because I love meeting people that do different types of music, but also it's made me explore more, because now I play a 6-string bass. So it's like I want to explore more chordal stuff with what I'm playing, and really continue stepping outside of my comfort zone. That's something that I'm just continuously telling myself. I see like being in the industry, there's always this ladder that I just want to keep climbing, but also hurdles. And it's like, how am I going to get across this hurdle? How am I going to get across the next hurdle? And just kind of setting goals for myself within that. I tend to, this is kind of a bit of a tangent, but I make vision boards. And
Right.
I still have a vision board from when I was 16, and it actually said like become an artist for a company, for like a brand. And then I made one when I was like 19, and being at somewhere like similar to like the guitar show, on my vision board it said NAM.
Okay, yeah.
So, but
That's coming then. If you're an artist now,
yeah,
NAM's the next step for you, really,
I would
isn't
love
it?
to go there. There's like dreams of type of shows I want to do. Like I would love to do Tiny Desk one day.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like
And
Tiny
there's like
Desk.
a specific artist I want to play with on Tiny Desk. So it's things like that I want to work towards, and I feel like it is possible. It's just really pushing myself and trying to find ways to do that. So Instagram kind of helps with that, because of course social media is constantly changing and it's evolving. So I've been posting online since I was about 14 years old, and just typical bass covers, and then I started putting out my own original beats, and then my own like kind of full songs with my band and stuff. So I want to try and get more recordings with the band, and also get some studio time to film new music videos with them. So I kind of been like messaging like, guys, let's really get some new music out there this year. So that's kind of what I'm
Amazing.
doing, planning ahead. Yeah.
Amazing. No, you've got a lot of steps there, lots of
Yeah.
things to achieve. You will achieve them. That's the thing.
Thank you.
They will come. So I'm going to let you go into the show. Maybe spend some money, buy some things.
Try.
Try, or the other thing is you put it on your Christmas list, don't you?
Yeah.
Your Christmas list and your birthday list. Oh, that
Yeah.
pedal! Someone could buy me that for my birthday.
Exactly.
So I'll leave you guys to go into the show now, but enjoy later on. I will be here. I'll be watching your performance, and just enjoy the weekend.
Oh, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.